Welcome to part 10 of Ephesians, May the 17th, 2024, and we're going to jump right back into this word. There is church this evening. I want to get these up before I go to church, or at least some of them. Had some things to do today, and the Lord sent me to doing some other stuff, so He certainly should be the lead dog, and He should be the one that tells us how to spend our day, no matter what we want to do. We should certainly be doing it how the Lord sees fit. Going to kick back into Ephesians 3, verse 8. Unto me, whom am least than the least of all saints, is this grace given, that I should preach among the Gentiles the unsearchable riches of Christ. Not of this world, of Christ. That's the riches you're supposed to be looking for, because He's the greatest treasure that ever was, ever will be. And that's the treasure you should be seeking. But no, you're too busy with your jobs and your entertainments. And you certainly don't want to give up any of your free time to do what you want to do, to really get in deep with the Lord and study. And you certainly don't want to give up any of that money you got to do something for someone else less fortunate than you. Because that would keep you from having the treasures that you want to lay up here. But you know what that would also do? It would cause you to lay up treasures in heaven instead of here. Heaven forbid that you should do that. Lord have mercy. And that was sarcasm, not an actual forbidding. Verse 9. And to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery, which from the beginning of the world hath been hid in God, who created all things by Jesus Christ. God created all things by Jesus Christ. To the intent that now unto the principalities and powers in heavenly places might be known by the church the manifold wisdom of God. But you don't have that yet, because you haven't been seeking it. Why? Because you've been too busy in the world. How could you obtain wisdom of God when you're too busy obtaining all these things of the world? Don't tell me you haven't been. Don't even think it in your heart as you're sitting there listening to this or reading the Word. You cannot justify your own sins. You cannot justify setting God down for this world. And saying, oh, well, God wanted me to have this, and this. Did He? God wanted you to have something that was going to pull you away from Him? Oh, He wanted you to have that, huh? you devil. You viper, you low belly. Remember, in the beginning, Satan was made to crawl up on his stomach. And when I call you a low belly, you best understand what I'm calling you. God does not want you to have things that are going to separate you from Him and that are going to keep you from His work. He does not do that. Does He bless us with what we have need of? Absolutely. But what you have need of is Him. Before all things, what you have need of is Him above everything on this earth. You need Him more than food, and more than water, and more than shelter, and more than remnant. You need God, Jesus Himself, more than anything. That is your greatest need. Don't you tell me God wanted to bless you with all that garbage of this earth when it has kept you from reading His Word. It kept you in the world, away from Him. Don't even try to lie to me. I'm done with all that. We are not going to continue to pardon these things. You're going to set that garbage down and you're going to get back to the Lord. Or you're going to get out of His kingdom. That is your choice. This is how you make yourself ready. A bride adorned for the Lord. By setting down the world and coming out of it. And picking up the Word and reading it and living it. Not by doing your own will. Your will is not worth anything. And don't you tell me God is not wrathful and He does not move on His people to be so. Because you have not read the Old Testament if you believe God is not wrathful and that He does not kill people. You best be thinking again. Because you're about to meet the very wrathful, very angry God. Don't tell me God wanted you to have everything your little hearts desired when it drawed you away from Him. That was not God who gave that to you. That was the counterpart who made sure you got the things that would distract you from God. If it's not something that's going to help you grow closer to the Lord, but draw you away from the Lord, that is not the Lord blessing you with it. Don't give Him credit for throwing you in the garbage, because He didn't do that. I've heard people give God praise for things He never does. All my life. We ain't doing that no more. The Lord said he would grant us the desires of our hearts, but you got to read the rest of the word to go with that. He also said, if you abide in me and my word abides in you, you could ask what you will and he would do it, yes. But how could his word be abiding in you when you haven't even read it? And how are you abiding in him when you barely take time to pray? Hardly ever does your mind think of Jesus until you in a bind and need something. And then you come running. Because nobody else could fix your problem. You go to the world first. Doctors, lawyers, judges, politicians. You go to these people first. And if they can fix your problem, then Jesus never sees you. But if they can't, well, here you come with your little poke. Here, Jesus, I can't do nothing with this. Will you take care of it? No. 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 The answer is no. You cannot have those things anymore. You sit down what the devil keeps giving you and you quit that. God did not give you these things that are keeping you from him. God did not give you pharmakia, which keeps you from fasting. No. You stop listening to devils and you stop letting devils convince you otherwise. Or you're going to receive a plague that you won't be able to wash off with Ajax. And there ain't nothing that the doctors of this land will be able to do to remove that from you, because only the hand of God will be able to remove it. Oh, I shouldn't say such harsh things, huh? Well, you shouldn't have been such harsh servants to the master who deserved better. I'm not like Joshua and them. I am not going to let you fool me. I'm just going to say what the Lord tells me to say, and I'm going to go my way and let him handle it. Because the angel army is here to do so. And you can't do nothing with them, because that great big hand of God, you can't do nothing with it. Getting back into this word. Some people have been trying. Don't make promises to God, nor his angels, and not keep them. It will not bode well. You think it was bad for Ananias when he lied to Peter? Keep lying to me. Oh, you will not die. The hand of death will not touch you until you have suffered many days upon this earth. You see, Jesus died, taking back the key to death, hell, and the grave. He has dominion over death, and it will not touch anyone unless he says. Men will pray for death in these days, and it will flee from them. So you might as well get ready, because you're not going to get out of what's coming. Only way out is through and by Jesus, whom is the door. I'll see you in the next part.